Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of First Impressions here at MurrOtter. I'm Matt, and today we're checking out the game Beyond Blue, which is a narrative-driven love letter to the ocean in video game form. Is the best way I can explain it. You'll see right off the bat the developers sort of credit their inspiration to the Blue Planet documentary series, Blue Planet 2 specifically, which is sort of hyper focused on like the things we're doing and how they're affecting our oceans and by transitive property our planet as a whole. And this is the same group, Eline Media, who made Never Alone, which also had sort of like a nature sort of love and twist to it as well, about the little boy and his fox. So I'm very excited to check this one out. If you've played stuff like Abzu before, or even something like Subnautica, obviously atmospherically there might be an intrigue to this to you as well. But I found myself, I've always loved nature. I love everything focused on sort of like ecological and sustainability and things like that. So I'm pretty excited to see like how that it manifests itself in video game form. As you can see, I jumped in just to get a feel for the controls and things like that, as I usually do. But now we're going to go ahead and give a look at our first impressions video. As you know, my first impressions series is meant to be me opening the box for the game, checking it out, so you don't have to before spending your hard-earned money to see what you think about a game, and then I let you know what I think about it. It's not like a fully in-depth review like an IGN review where I'm going to give you like a final point score at the end, but I will give you my impressions based on the gameplay we've seen in that first hour or so of gameplay, and let you know what I think of it based on that and give you those impressions. So we're going to go ahead and start a new game because I want you to get the full presentation. There is a cool story to this one. By the way, it's on Steam, also on consoles. I thought I saw something about Apple Arcade, but that'd be pretty surprising to me given its graphical fidelity and sort of systems and things like that. But who knows these days? It's entirely possible. But again, yeah, this will be out on Steam on Thursday, Thursday, June 11th. So it's definitely worth checking out when that time comes. But for now, let's go ahead and jump on in and see what we think.
I'm generally not a woo-woo kind of person. If I don't get something, I want to unpack it, get the facts. But the ocean, it's a part of me. You could say it runs in my blood. My grandmother was a freediver, an ama. She helped me feel its rhythm and understand how one breath could last a lifetime. We dove so often, the memories all run together. Except one. When I wished I could stay down forever. The ocean cast its spell on me that day. And its mystery still consumes me.
I love that intro. I love it. Even like the hand-painted art style, stuff like that, it's like pretty simplistic, but I feel like it gives you a grasp of her love for the ocean and gives you that sense of like attachment to the mystique of it as well. And I think that's a really cool presentation. So I wanted to restart just so you could get a feel for
Day
that.
1, submerged atoll, Western Pacific. It's great to be diving again. I'm anxious to find our sperm whale family and look in on our mother-to-be. I'm also excited to test out Andre's new tech. Ocean X is expecting a huge audience for our first live stream, given how bad things were in this region a few years ago. No pressure though, ready to dive.
The one thing I will say is on some of those audio lines coming from, what's her name, Maria, I believe, or something like that, I feel like there's like almost a little bit of a peak or something in the recording. It's not like a huge problem at all, and it doesn't happen all the time. It's just like in certain sort of catches on her voice. However, I have noticed it seems to happen more when she's in the submarine, so that might be intentional to capture that like underwater popped ears like inside a hardened environment without much to sort of stifle the sound. So I'm interested to see, because you'll see when she's swimming around with her communicator, everything seems fine. So let's jump in. Apologies for my mouse.
I'm in and okay.
Hey, Mariah, how's the new suit?
Nice. A bit itchy, but I've had worse.
How are you breathing?
Breathing easy. This rebreather is amazing. Feels like I'm freediving.
A genuine compliment. Should have caught that on the live stream.
Give me a few minutes. I want it to be amazing, and I'm still getting used to this AR visor. Done. How many scans before the AI is trained on a creature?
It will vary. There are many factors that affect the confidence level of a match.
So you don't know. Got it. Now point me to the buoy so I can try the hydrophones. I want to make sure all the tech is working before we stream.
Gosh, look out. I mean, like, just to turn and see like a sand
Arena,
shark.
how you feeling?
Haven't thrown up today.
Well, it's still early.
You gonna be okay with the live stream?
I may let you do most of the talking.
Once you reach the buoy, you can triangulate the sound of any animal.
Clever.
Thank you.
The one thing I want you to note, I'm trying to delay a little bit. There's a lot of dialogue, and I don't want to cut it off. And I want you to hear the voice acting, which is all pretty good. So that's why I'm kind of stalling going to this waypoint. But I love the mystique of turning, and you just suddenly see like a shark and a creature that's pretty accurately represented, biologically speaking. And then you have this really cool sort of drama that starts to unfold between the different characters. That's something I wasn't expecting. I thought it'd just kind of be like a go and tag things and move on. And to an extent, that is sort of the gameplay, but I don't know if you can hear well enough the ambient sounds, and I'll double check with my audio here, but there's just a nice sort of sense of, I'm going to turn the music up a bit. I just kind of want you to be able to hear that stuff, you know. It's nothing too crazy. It's a nice like background noise, and adds to the sort of tranquil feeling of the game. And I like that while the gameplay has that going on, everything you discover, everything just feels so immersive and atmospheric. And
That's close enough. You can use your dive watch to control the buoy from there.
the sound.
Refresh me on the controls.
Move the targeting circle around. Each sound will get louder when you are close to locking in on an animal's location.
They're so subtle. I like how they capture just the light.
Mariah, if you're okay, I'm going to start the live stream.
Let's roll. Welcome to the Ocean X live stream. I'm Dr. Mirai Soto, and I'll be your eyes and ears on this expedition. I'm joined today by two colleagues.
Hello, I'm Andre.
Hello, everyone. I'm Irina.
So that kicks off the live stream. Ocean X has a very SpaceX vibe, but I like I like as well that, you know, you have the ability to sort of hear realistic noises from the animals, and if you notice, as you tag them, it creates a log, which is all kept here. And the more information you get, so like right now we can basically see like it's, you know, scientific name and family and class and things like that, but over time you'll be able to get extra tabs on these animals, learn like their mating or like, you know, habits within their environments and things like that. So the unlocking, you know, is all for educational reasons. So anyway, our first task here is to scan a couple humpbacks.
Looks like we've got our first singer.
Fantastic. Hopefully on your next dive you can record his song to compare with other humpbacks in the area.
Fun fact, in addition to being an engineering whiz, Andre is quite the musician. Are you still writing music?
Not for years.
Dry spell?
More like raising teenagers.
So now if you noticed, our science log said we got behaviors from the humpback whale. So Andre's developed a song generator based on the early work of Dr. Roger Payne that we will train on humpback songs. We will try to create an original song that influences the songs of other whales. Okay. I believe my next task is to record some dolphins. It doesn't actually say it at the moment, but these are the animals we tagged using the like sound locator on the buoy. And I think that's their last known location. They're not necessarily just sitting right on there. Hello, I'll scan you later. The recirculator. Does a swimming like scuba system like this exist?
Don't get too jealous, folks, just because I'm swimming with dolphins. My grandmother always warned me that although they're cute, they can also be pranksters. And today, also very noisy.
Can your AI parse through all those sounds?
Not using this scanner. But I do have a new drone design that should be better at isolating the source of the sounds.
We need one more dolphin. Prankster. There you are.
Done. And maybe next time I can weigh in before on the number that we need to scan.
As I mentioned, the confidence model is complex. You just want to find the whales.
Guilty. That looks to be a sperm whale. I think I saw this bull from the sub. I wonder how far he's traveled.
Once we have a reliable ID on him, I'll see if anyone has tracked him before.
Nice.
Hey, Mirai, I'm seeing alerts on the South Buoy if you want to pull them down.
Okay.
Look at
Let's
that.
see what mysteries this buoy unlocks.
The scarring on the face and things like that. Just such good detail. The eye watching me as I swim by. I turned the music up because I wanted you to see how it pairs with this. Look at that. Oh, it's amazing. I'm going to get lost in this game for hours. It's the kind of game where, you know, I feel like you can just zone out. I wouldn't want any like background videos or noise. I would just want to be fully immersed. The music they picked here is so good also at just capturing the sense of like being in the ocean. Obviously I understand there's no like ambient synth in the ocean, but it works for this so well. I like that you go to these to sort of like re-up on the areas you need to go to explore.
What does that sound? Did I break something?
I've deployed acoustic modems to transmit from other sensors.
For those of you who have no idea what he's talking about, he means we use sound to transmit data, so we can have Wi-Fi in the ocean.
Impressive. What kind of bandwidth do we get?
Like 1990s dial-up.
I love the voice actors. Was my shadow just that of a dolphin? Okay, it's that dolphin. So I was like, I think the shadow texture there got mixed up. This is my sprint swim, by the way. Normally you'd be swimming at this speed, but you can push down the left joystick. You can play with the keyboard and mouse also, if that's your preference. But for a game like this, I just feel like it's preferable for me to use controller. Oh, sorry. Getting you stuck there. So left trigger.
The biochemical emittance triggered this whole
go down.
area.
Because of me. Not because of me, but because I configured the sensors to detect stress in the coral population.
Okay, let's find out what's causing that stress.
Mirai, please collect biosamples from any of the distressed corals.
Happy to oblige.
For those watching, these sensors help us understand what leads to resiliency in corals so we can help breed it into other species.
Thought you weren't supposed to disturb the coral, but maybe that's just in the Great Coral Reef. I mean, I know that's everywhere right now because coral is dying because we're terrible. It's getting bleached. Toxins in the ocean, increased UV rays, and breaking down the ozone, and such. These are the things I remember from watching Blue Planet 2 as well as Planet Earth. Both documentaries that I would recommend highly for folks who are interested in learning more about the environments we're in this game.
Done.
Excuse me. Alright, now let's go check out on that other alarm system over there. Go ahead and hit the turbo swim.
Ooh, company.
Unbelievable. That sounds too close to be outside the research zone.
One of the waypoints went down. Do you think that's related?
Yeah, probably.
So they're discussing sounds. Just to be clear, while you obviously can hear less than I can, just because I don't want it to drown me out while I have the dialogue loud, I still don't really hear the sounds they're referring to. It's still very like realistic oceanic noises. It's not like you hear a shark go by and it'll like growl or something fucking weird like that. Speak of sharks, what kind do we have here? So even outside of like mission times, you can still scan things. So we have a white-tipped reef shark.
Red light must mean a serious alert.
Yeah, dead battery.
Whoa!
Oh, an octopus.
I think it went in that cave. I'd like to go in that cave.
Oh, we're going in that
Let's
cave.
be real. There's no way I'm not squeezing through here to follow that octopus.
We'll definitely want to practice diver rescue at some point.
Well, maybe.
Mirai, please be careful.
Mirai. I had Maria like re-scrambled in my head, like an anagram or something. Look at that octopus. Now I don't know a ton about octopus, octopuses. Do their eyes really look like that though? It looks like a cartoon. Gotta scan it.
Hey there! Sorry to spoil your hiding place.
Let's go ahead and swim back out. Hope we didn't scare it. Surprised we didn't get inked. We did chase it into a corner. Hello, sharks. And then we have a dolphin over here to go scan. Or at least that's how it's marked. What are y'all up to?
Fun alert. Looks like some young dolphins are having a play date.
Oh, we're gonna play with them. Oh, I saw this in Blue Planet. They pick this up and like toss it around and have fun with it. I don't know if that's what we're gonna do here, but this is a direct tribute.
Hey guys, can I take a turn?
Toss it. And there we have the dolphin version of catch.
Well, you don't see that every day. At least I don't.
Frankly, neither do I.
Mirai, sperm whales. And they must be your pod because I have a tag signal that is definitely ours. Pushing the waypoint.
On my way.
Nice. Let's go.
I'm hoping to reconnect with the sperm whale family, whom I have been tracking for years.
I'm excited to check in on our mother-to-be.
Mirai clearly has a fondness for these creatures. She's fallen silent.
Right. Let me finish scanning them all. I still don't see our pregnant mother. Done.
Good. Everything all right?
I am now. Look. Our mommy whale has delivered. Everyone say hi to her beautiful 1-ton baby girl.
Is she okay? Mirai.
Shh. She's nursing. I just wish all of you could be here for 1 second. Amazing. That is the end of our stream. Like, share, comment. Remember, we need you. All of us down here.
And that's it for the first one. Love your mom, be a good neighbor, learn from grandmother's experience. These are all things I learned from studying sperm whales. And so now we're here in our sub. So you'll notice we have an insight thing. I don't want to play all this, but I do want to just call attention to it because what's pretty interesting is that I'm not really clear on if it was like games devs and, you know, creators or just like external documentary information they bring in, but they highlight different groups and people who sort of champion the causes of the game. One thing I do want to do is run. There's a cool background music you can probably hear right now. I just want to highlight it for 1 second before I pause it because I fear a little bit getting like a content ID match or something and the video not being able to go up. So I do want to pause it, but I wanted you to hear it because the music's really great and that kind of plays as you walk around the sub here. But I got distracted from showing you the insight. So you can open these up. Again, not sure if this would get a content match idea, but like Sylvia Earle, who's a National Geographic explorer and sort of like a champion for like ecological, like, you know, causes around, you know, helping protect the oceans and things like that. So you can watch these little mini docs about these people.
As a child, I had no idea how important the ocean is. That the great majority of life on Earth is in the sea.
So I just want to give you that. Again, not sure about any kind of content matching issues, or I'd let them play longer. But it's really cool to have those, and you collect more as you go, and it creates a sort of like intertwining mixture of what you're doing in the game and reminding you that there are real world people who are devoting their lives to these causes, which is an extremely admirable thing, not to mention the education that you get as you play. So let's take a look around our sub. That's our Manta drone, which I guess maybe we'll use later. We can go into like places that maybe Mirai can't get. We have a map of this atoll. Baby girl name, mom's underweight, trash from whom? Trying to identify like sources of pollution. Studying the nursing behavior. Here we have a book on ocean scents by Andre. So he's published a book, and we saw that come to fruition in the sea just now. This is a log for all the animals we have so far. So we've scanned 6 sperm whale. The more you scan, the more information you get in the behavior. We can also see how they move and watch it happen. It said that was supposed to be a roll. Oh, there we go. Just in a realistic sense. Oh, it's cool. I wonder like how long it took them to focus and learn and create these sort of like realistic, you know, changes in the way that they behave. In the science log here, these are the pages we've unlocked so far. Quite a few actually, because we've scanned like 6 or so of these. First mature male confirmed in the region may indicate active breeding grounds. We also had a tag that we retrieved. Confirms the presence of Mirai's A-lineage sperm whale family in the region. A partial census of my sperm whale family in the region. There they all are. And the sperm whale birth confirmed. First female born within Mirai's A-lineage sperm whale family in 5 years. Also an indicator of how long we've been at this. So pretty cool stuff you can dive into about the creatures as well as the people and what they're doing here. So here we have a shower. This is basically like a sea trailer. There's a toilet, shower, her bed, kind of a desk, a fridge down below it. Now notice here, power of attorney papers. So is somebody dying? Was there some kind of divorce or something like that? Like what's taking place in her life personally? Power of attorney would suggest taking over like the control of another person, so perhaps a parent or something like that. Then we've got a picture. Mariah is in there, but family. So Nana, I assume, and Ren. So a grandmother of some kind. We have, it's a little piece of art. It says Woman of the Sea. Cool little snippets of characterization. And here the handbook for live streaming. Then over here, you saw me run to this. This is basically your iPod. You can choose the music that plays in the sub, which we have turned off simply for content match ID. I love the music. I would have it playing otherwise. I just want to make sure we're not running into any copyright issues. So we'll go ahead and take the Captain Kirk seat. And here we can make our different calls, see where we've been, look at the live stream highlights, etc. So we'll go ahead and call Andre. We're 35 meters below sea level.
Hello, Mirai. Thanks for checking in.
Hey, Andre.
Nice dive. How are you feeling?
A bit tired, but I can't wait to get back out. Can you believe we found the family on the first dive? And they have a new baby girl.
I know. Well done. Feeling settled in the sub. Is everything tested out?
Fabulous. The overhead speakers sound great. Glad I brought my tunes.
This solo sub test makes me nervous. We're definitely fitting it out for 2 pilots next time.
Are you volunteering?
Not if you're choosing the playlist.
Snob. I think Arena was enjoying my tunes quite a bit on the trip out here.
No comment. So, I have something I know you'll want to see. It's what the live stream saw of A12 and her baby. I didn't think you expected her to deliver so soon, though.
I thought she had more time given her weight, but it was hard to know for sure. What's the about?
Just noting her low weight. Also wondering when you'll find the rest of her pod. Maybe they were diving.
I'll find them. Hey, I was thinking we should name the baby whale Andrea. She has your kind eyes.
And my bald head. No, I'm putting her in the sim as A17.
Ah, you're so sentimental. Hey, where's Arena?
Probably in the head throwing up.
She threw up one time. Why are you being so hard on her?
I just don't like the idea of using priceless expedition time to make pharmaceutical companies richer.
So there's our first taste into some of the drama. Andre doesn't seem to like Arena because she seems to be at least represented by or work for a pharmaceutical company or something like that. However, we can see in our dialogue branches here that maybe it could be noble, we're just not sure, so we can explore that a little bit. Even if she makes discoveries that save lives, which seems to be suggesting that could be the mission that she has. Or I thought she was funding her own research, so it's not even paid for by the pharmaceutical companies, or we can just leave out of it. Obviously, I'm not going to. I want to dive into the funding.
I thought she was self-funding her own research.
Yeah, self-funding so she can found another startup.
Besides, you know that all of her findings here will be open to the public. Is she gonna jump on the chat?
She's reading a brief about that deep-sea mining impact study.
Okay, I definitely don't have time to get into that with you. I gotta call my sister.
No problem. I'll send Ren my best.
I will.
So there you go. First little bit of drama. We also get some kind of insight, which I'll look into later. Now let's call Ren, our sister. Learn a little bit more about Mirai.
Hey girl, aren't you supposed to be 20,000 leagues under the sea?
I am. I'm calling from the sub.
That's crazy.
So, power of attorney. Maybe I'm going too far ahead, and that could just be her style, but her hat has me intrigued.
Hey, did you show Nana my live stream tonight?
School's great, thanks for asking.
Concert great too? Saw your friend's post.
Bish, girls gotta take a break sometime.
Hey, check this out.
No way. Is that a baby whale?
Mm-hmm. And her very, very proud mother. She delivered early.
That's some view. You're really living the dream.
Thanks. Miss you though. How's Nana?
Okay, not a big deal, but I am taking Nana to get tested for a clinical
it's not her,
trial.
it's Nana.
Some new dementia drug.
And it's dementia. I don't want to stir the pot. I just want to thank her.
Oh, thank you for stepping up to help Nana.
It's not a big deal.
You would tell me if it was, right?
Yeah.
You sound down. Is it just Nana?
I don't know. It's been hard since Dad died.
I know. You want to stay on for a while? We can watch the baby whale together.
No, I should go. Say hi to the whales for me.
That's tough. Okay, so our next dive is ready. So it says we can go do that. I'm not sure how. I guess probably by going to our dive suit would seem logical. So I like the little tastes of, like, you know, the drama you have going on. The voice acting is really reminiscent to me of Life is Strange for some reason, as well as, like, you know, walking around these environments. Even the way the characters kind of look. She has like almost like a young Maya Rudolph vibe to me. We did get another insight. I'm curious what it was. Ocean sense. Learn how technologies are enabling us to see, hear, and track ocean life in entirely new ways. It is weird we got that in the middle of a dialogue about, like, our Nana fighting dementia, but that's okay. Let's dive.
Day 2. Back to the atoll at sunset. The hydrophone feeds are alive with the sounds of whales. Gonna find me some singers. I'm excited to test Andrea's new manta drone. Kinda like the Swiss Army knife of stealth drones. I'd love to spend the whole dive hanging out with baby Andrea, but miles to swim before I sleep. Ready to dive.
Let's do it. I don't know if we'll do necessarily this whole dive or not. We'll see how it goes, but I did just want to give you a taste of a second dive.
Looking good, Mirai. Samurai. The Manta drone is ready for its first zoom scan.
Now I get to see why you talk about it so much.
Only the best science for you.
It's so pretty. Sorry if I just made you throw up. So freaking pretty.
Buoy ahead. Bet we'll find some whale vocalizations.
Well, I'm not taking that bet. You always find whales. You'd find them in your bathtub.
What kind of bathroom do you think I have?
I love the dialogue while you swim. Oh, I accidentally cut off the humpback whale singing.
This is a lot of whales.
It's staggering the number migrating through this area.
Hey, don't jinx it.
We care about sperm whales, right? Wasn't that the one in the middle here? I mean, we care about all the whales, but swimming at sunset is a nice way to change the environment here. Now, you notice there are region maps. I don't know if we're always going to be in the atoll or if that suggests we'll be changing regions. Or if we'll slowly be moving around to follow the migrations or study other animals. We obviously have been at this a long time. Holy heck, you're cool looking. A clown triggerfish. I'll try to get a second one so I know more about it. Alright. I'm getting distracted. That's what I'd be doing if I was alone here and not doing this for the video. Certainly I'd be chasing around like little tiny clownfish. I like that effect, sort of those little hexagons on the edge of the screen, just to add like a nice little bit of texture.
Approaching Humpback M2. Looks like he's on a date.
How can you tell?
It's like they're dancing to his song.
The Manta drone will match speed with the creature so you can concentrate on steering it around to find the places you need to focus.
What am I doing? There we go.
What do you think, Andre? Do you think he can make it as a solo artist?
Not without more original material.
What?
Males from the same region sing nearly identical songs with just enough variation to stand out.
Yeah, just like most pop singers.
Such a snob.
He really is a snob. I like it. Oh, Andre. It's interesting that we're following sort of a story and drama of our human characters as much as we are of our whale characters. It's very cool. This is an interesting game. I'm going to start collecting my final thoughts here just as we swim, and if I get cut off, I'll stop talking, but it's so tranquil. It has like a nice touch of story. The controls feel good. It looks great. It's not like it's hyper realistic, but it's perfectly representative of the sort of environments and animals it's trying to showcase in such a way that you still feel like you're learning. You feel like you're accurately seeing their behaviors and living in the world that they live in so that you can fully appreciate it. And I think that's what matters most in the package of something like this. And when this one comes out on Thursday, I would recommend to anyone who wants a nice, you know, sort of...
It's our sperm whale family again.
Oh. Okay. We got a new log there. Just more photos, it seems like. Tags retrieved. So that's it for them. We were just checking. Zoom scan. Andrea's Fluke 4 ID. Is that of them? What? How do I send out the guy? Exit zoom scan mode. There it goes. What is it about the back and bottom?
All right, baby. We won't forget you now.
So something about the tail makes it
Andre,
identifiable.
can the zoom scan tell how old the baby is?
Not with any certainty. Why?
Just wondering if she's old enough to hunt by herself. I wondered. She still seems pretty young to go that deep.
Will she be okay alone while her mother dives?
She should follow the pod. Her aunties will babysit while the mother hunts.
Wish I had them when my daughter was born.
Takes a pod.
Now, should we follow her?
Mirai, why is the baby girl so important to your study?
I'm hoping to follow the baby for years, to learn from her as she learns from her family, and hopefully to watch her eventually become a mother herself.
So what I was going to say is if you're looking for a game that kind of can both let you sort of like mellow out while just develop like a passion and an interest, or you want to develop more knowledge about sort of these environments in the ocean, it'd be a perfect intersection for something like that. But even if you just want it for the gameplay, I think you're going to get enjoyment out of this because of the way the story is presented.
Here we are, the whale we're designating Humpback M1. Oh, so catchy.
All right. So you scan and then hit A to get the zoom scan, I see. And we're going to need to get 2 spots here. The tail and the blowhole.
How will you know it's M1 when you see it again?
Each humpback's flute is unique.
So M1 it is.
Andre's software is helping me understand the structure of their songs so we can try singing back.
More like playing back. I'll synthesize a song that mirrors one from another region to see how these whales react.
Because Andre doesn't like my singing.
It's more the songs you sing, actually.
It seems like there's a level of just heavy research that must have gone into the science around, you know, the actions obviously that these divers are performing. Some of it feels like a little bit high tech or like sci-fi to me, but I don't know if that's just because I don't have a working knowledge of the sea or if it's just to sort of streamline things for the purposes of gameplay, or like sort of what that balance is of what's real and sort of true science and what sort of sci-fi for the purposes of presentation. But ultimately, all I want to get out right now for you all before we keep going, because I do think we're going to stop it there. Sun is finally set. It's nighttime here in the ocean for Mirai, and I think I'm going to just keep on playing this one on my own time. There's no doubt about that. I've had so much fun with this game. I would highly recommend picking this one up. Again, it's on consoles and Steam, coming out Thursday, June 11th. If you're looking for like a nice, tranquil game in these times, something to sort of complement or inspire your like nature docs, this is like living inside of one. I can't recommend it enough. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. It helps out a lot. If you want to see more like this, hit subscribe. I'd love to have you around. I'm considering doing a full-on Let's Play for this one, just because I've enjoyed it so much. I'm not sure how long it is, and I'd love to find out by playing all the way through. I'll play it whether it's 5 hours or 30.
Continues. Wonder if they charge admission.
Don't worry. Whatever it is, you can take it from my budget.
Someone's feeling better today.
I'm just swimming laps because I don't want to start the next phase. But again, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you again next time.